Regeneration phase. In the previous classes we discussed up to reaction cycle of Kelvin cycle. Then third last one is the regeneration phase. In this regeneration phase 10 G3P molecules out of 12 G3Ps, 10 G3P, 10 glyceraldehyde 3-phosphates involves in the regeneration of RUBP. 10 G3P means for objective purpose 5/6. How much G3P is involving in the regeneration? That is 5/6. So out of this 10 G3P, 4 G3P molecules will be isomerized into 4 molecules of DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Here isomerization means no change in the number of carbon atoms, just arrangement will be changed. So in G3P 3 carbons and each DHAP also has 3 carbons. So no change in the number of carbon atoms. These two are isomers. So conversion of triose into the same triose. So it is a type of isomerization and it is carried out in the presence of an enzyme called triose phosphate isomerase. For all type of isomerization reactions, generally isomerase is the enzyme catalyzing that type of reactions. Then 4 DHAP are forming from 4 G3Ps. Then next out of 10, 4 completed. Then 2 G3Ps, 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, each has 3 carbons. They combines with 2 molecules of DHAP. Here out of 4 DHAP, 2 DHAP are combining with 2 molecules of G3P. 3 carbons. Each DHAP has 3 carbons, 2 molecules. 3 2 is 6. Each G3P has 3 carbons. Then 2 molecules of G3P. 2 3 is 6. So 6 plus 6, 12 molecules, 12 carbon dioxides are involving in this reaction, 12 carbon atoms. So whether they are forming or not, let us see. So they will be produced in the form of 2 molecules of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. They will be produced in the form of 2 molecules of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Each fructose has 6 carbons. How many molecules are produced here? 2 molecules. So 6 2 is 12 balanced here. Like this 12 molecules are participating in the reaction and they are produced in the form of 12 molecules of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Here this enzyme is catalyzed by this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme aldolase. Where DHAP involvement is there, the enzyme is aldolase. In the presence of this, DHAP is combining with a G3P. So like this, the number of carbons also balanced. This is the first reaction of regeneration. This is the second reaction of regeneration. Then let us take what happens next. This 2 molecules of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. 2 molecules of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate undergoes a dephosphorylation, that is loses phosphate molecule from the first carbon and will be produced into 2 molecules of fructose 6-phosphate. That is from the first carbon the phosphate group is removed and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme phosphatase. Here full name of this enzyme is totally this compound name, just to the end suffix we have to add is fructose 1,6 bisphosphatase enzyme. Just by removing this E, add ase as the suffix. This is the enzyme which is catalyzing the conversion of fructose 1,6 bisphosphate into fructose 6-phosphate. Here one of the inorganic phosphate is released. So for 2 molecules, 2 inorganic phosphates are removed. Then next reaction, fourth reaction. This 2 molecules of fructose 6-phosphate combines with 2 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So each fructose has 6 carbons. Each glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate has 3 carbons. 3 2 is 6 plus 6 2 is 12. 12 plus 6, 18. 18 are involving in the reaction. 18 carbons are involving. Whether they are produced or not, let us see. So they will be produced into 2 molecules of gyrulose 5-phosphate, then 2 molecules of plus 2 molecules of erythrose 4-phosphate. Erythrose 4-phosphate has 4 carbons and gyrulose 5-phosphate has 5 carbons. like that 2 molecules of xylulose, 5 2 ja 10, plus 2 molecules of erythrose, 4 2 ja 8, 10 plus 8 18, balanced. So 18 carbons are involved in the reaction and produced in the form of 18 carbons. Okay, and this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme called as a trans-ketolase. Then in the next immediate reaction, only erythrose 4 participates and xylulose will be participated later on. Then let us take next reaction. 2 molecules of this erythrose 4 phosphate, 4 carbons, combines with the remaining 2 molecules of DHAP. So total number of DHAP is 4 actually, but 2 are reacted with G3P. So the last 2 molecules are left over. That remaining 2 molecules of DHAP here combining. Each DHAP has 3 carbons. Already we know that. 3 2 ja 6 plus 4 2 ja 8. 8 plus 6 14. So 14 carbons are involved. Whether they are produced or not, let us see. So they will be produced into 2 molecules of pseudobutylose 1,7 bisphosphate. Pseudobutylose 1,7 bisphosphate. This is the product produced in this reaction. Just now I explained that where the DHAP involvement is there, the enzyme, catalyzing enzyme is aldolase. So we can easily remember the names of the enzyme. Aldolase is catalyzing. Here DHAP involvement, and this here also DHAP involvement. Like this, in the presence of aldolase, 2 erythroses, 2 DHAPs combines to produce 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphate. Heptulose means it is nothing but a 7 carbon compound. 7 2 ja 14. So 14 carbons are formed here. 3 2 ja 6 plus 4 2 ja 8. 14 carbons are involved and 14 carbons are formed here. Then let us take the next reaction. So like the same reaction, fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is becoming fructose 6 phosphate in this reaction. In the same manner, pseudoheptulose 1,7 becomes 7 phosphate. 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphate. By removing a phosphate group from the first carbon, it will become as 2 molecules of pseudoheptulose 7 phosphate. In the presence of same phosphatase enzyme, that is phosphatase enzyme means to the reactant only we have to add ase as the suffix. Pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphatase enzyme catalyzes the conversion of pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphate into 7 phosphate. 1,7 means here on the first carbon there is 1 phosphate group. On the 7th carbon, 1 more phosphate group is present. So the complete name of the enzyme is pseudoheptulose 1,7 bisphosphatase enzyme. This is the 6th reaction. Then let us take a 7th reaction of this. Here this pseudoheptulose 7 phosphate. Pseudoheptulose 7 phosphate utilizes 2 molecules of G3P. So how many G3Ps completed? Let us check once. Here out of 10, 4 here completed, plus 2 6, plus 2 8, 8 plus here 2 10. So these are the last 2 G3Ps being involved in this reaction. So pseudoheptulose plus G3P combines to produce 2 molecules of xylulose 5 phosphate, 2 molecules of xylulose phosphate which is having 5 carbons. Already we know this. Plus 2 molecules of ribose 5 phosphate. Ribose is also a pentose. Already we know this. It is also having 5 carbons. Here you see each pseudo has 7 carbons. How many molecules? 2 molecules. 7 2 ja 40. Plus each G3P has 3 carbons. How many molecules? 3 2 ja 6. 2 molecules. So 3 2 ja 6. 6 plus 14 20. So whether they are formed, let us see. 2 molecules of xylulose. Each xylulose has how many carbons? 5. 5 2 ja 10. Then each 2 molecules of ribose. Each ribose has 5 carbons. 5 2 ja 10. 10 plus 10 20. So balanced. So like this 2 molecules of xylulose, 2 molecules of ribose are forming. Then what is the catalyzing enzyme? Once you see here in the previous reaction in the formation of xylulose, trans-ketolase involving. Here also same enzyme is catalyzing this reaction, trans-ketolase enzyme. The next reaction, seventh reaction, eighth reaction. Then these two celluloses and previously formed two celluloses. So altogether 4 celluloses. 4 cellulose 5-phosphate will be isomerized into 4 molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate. Ribulose 5-phosphate in the presence of an enzyme called as ribulose 5-phosphate epimerase enzyme. This is the next reaction. Each cellulose has 5 carbons, each ribulose has 5 carbons. So no doubt in the number of carbon atoms. The next reaction, ninth reaction. Here 2 riboses are formed along with the celluloses. These 2 ribose 5-phosphate will also be isomerized into 2 molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate. 2 molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate. In the presence of, so it is an isomerization reaction. So enzyme is isomerase, ribose 5-phosphate isomerase. Like this, you see, in the 8th reaction 4 ribuloses, in the 9th reaction 2 ribuloses, same compounds. Totally how many? 6 ribulose 5-phosphate. Ribulose 5-phosphate means what it represents? It is a pentose in which on the 5th carbon there is a 1 phosphate group. So this utilizes 6 molecules of ATP. That is 6 ATPs are donating 6 phosphates to this 6 ribuloses. 1 ATP is donating 1 phosphate to 1 ribulose. So by taking this, we will be converted into 6 molecules of ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. 1,5 bisphosphate. So already there is a 1 phosphate on the 5th carbon, but 1 more phosphate is added from the ATP. So it will be converted into 1,5 bisphosphate. It is nothing but the RUBP. And ATP will be converted into 6 molecules of ADP. And here the enzyme is ATP involvement is there. So just now I explained kinase, ribulose 5-phosphate kinase enzyme. Like this, in the first reaction, that is in the carboxylation reaction, in the carboxylation 6 RUBPs are involved, and those 6 RUBPs are again formed in this 10th reaction of regeneration. So why it is named as the regeneration means, in first reaction 6 RUBPs are involving, in the last reaction those 6 RUBPs are formed. That's why it is named as this phase. Third phase of Kelvin cycle is named as the regeneration phase. Like this, if you see, in the reduction phase, first reaction 12 ATPs are utilized. Here last 6 ATPs are utilized. Totally 12 plus 6, 18 ATPs. Once again you observe, in the reduction phase in the first reaction of reduction phase 12 ATPs. In the last reaction of regeneration phase 6 ATPs. 12 plus 6, 18 ATPs are involved. Plus 12 NADPH are utilized in the second phase of the reduction phase. This is 12 ATPs, here 12 NADPH. And in remaining reactions, no utilization of NADPH. So like this, the conclusion of Kelvin cycle. The conclusion of Kelvin cycle is to produce 1 molecule of glucose. How much assimilatory power is produced? Utilized means 18 ATPs plus 12 NADPH plus H plus are utilized to produce 1 molecule of glucose. Suppose in the objective questions you may get to produce 1 sucrose, how many ATPs and how many NADPH are utilized, or what is the assimilatory power utilized. 1 sucrose is nothing but 2 glucoses. 1 sucrose is nothing but 2 glucoses. So to produce 2 glucoses, per 1 glucose already we know. 2 glucoses means just into 2. 18 into 2 means 36 ATPs, and 12 into 2, 24 NADPH are utilized. This is the assimilatory power. Objective questions what we get. Like this, totally to produce 1 molecule of glucose by Kelvin cycle, 18 ATPs and 12 NADPH plus H plus are utilized. This is totally about the dark phase. By dark phase, carbon dioxide fixation and carbohydrate assimilation occurs. Totally, to produce 1 molecule of glucose, 6 turns of Kelvin cycle occurs. That is, Kelvin cycle is operated 6 turns. This is important point. And location is stroma. Where does the biochemical reactions of Kelvin cycle takes place? Means in the stroma. This is also important point. And assimilatory power. This is very important point. Based on this, we may get numerical questions. And if you see carbon atoms, let us take trioses. What are the trioses produced in the Kelvin cycle? What are the tetroses produced in the Kelvin cycle? And what are the pentoses produced in the Kelvin cycle? What are the hexoses and what are heptuloses? First let us see these three trioses. So trioses means PGA is one type of triose. It is a 3-carbon compound. Then 1,3 bis PGA is also a triose. It is nothing but just one more phosphate is added to this PGA. Then glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is also a triose. The next DHAP is also a triose. Then tetrose. Only one tetrose is produced here, that is nothing but the erythrose 4-phosphate. One and only compound tetrose which is produced during the Kelvin cycle is erythrose. Then pentoses. Pentoses means here ribose is a pentose, ribulose is a pentose, and xylulose is also a pentose. These are the compounds. And then hexoses. After pentoses, hexoses. Hexoses means here glucose is a hexose and fructose is a hexose. Glucose and fructose. Then heptuloses. Heptuloses means only one type of compound, that is pseudo-heptulose 1,7 bisphosphate. Pseudo-heptulose 1,7 bisphosphate. Generally, this number of carbons we may get in the match the following type of questions in the objective. So one side number of carbon compounds is given, and opposite side it will be given compound name, ribose, ribulose, erythrose, like that it will be given. So thank you for watching this video.